So let me see if I got this right. Y'all got all this outrage for R-Truth being let go, him being released by Triple K, because that's what y'all calling him now. Y'all calling him the KKK, throwing all these racial allegations toward him. But if Triple H is so racist and he's so prejudiced against black people, black wrestlers in particular, then why did he release Carlito too? Carlito is Puerto Rican. He's a Hispanic wrestler. So in that logic, would Triple H be prejudiced toward Hispanic wrestlers too? But you're not going to have that outrage for Carlito being released. No, just R-Truth, you know, and Carlito is more likely better off. And because, he's a Puerto Rican champion over there in a wrestling promotion in Puerto Rico. So I think Carlito's good and he's cool with being let go. And for him, he had nothing else to do. There was nothing for Carlito to actually do. You notice in his latest run, he wasn't wrestling. He was just in the Judgment Day House Club, chilling, trying to, flirt with Raquel Rodriguez. Just being funny, just being a comedic wrestler, right? Which that is his strong suit. So he didn't need to wrestle. He had nothing to really prove. He wasn't a serious competitor like he used to be. Same thing with R-Truth. R-Truth was okay with being a comedy wrestler. He was okay with just being an entertainer. R-Truth hasn't wrestled a real serious match in a very long time. But when it was announced for Saturday Night's Main Event weeks ago that John Cena was going to face R-Truth, defend the belt, y'all were in your feelings about that too. Y'all were against R-Truth getting a title shot. Oh, what is a low-tier mid-carder? Why does R-Truth deserve a title shot? He did nothing to earn it. And the storyline pretty much writ itself. It written itself. Truth being the fan that he is for John Cena, facing his childhood hero for the belt, trying to save John Cena. It makes sense from a storyline perspective. But you saw the match, it was nothing to brag about. It was more based around storytelling, psychology than just actual wrestling. So I really don't understand the outrage over R-Truth being let go. The guy's a true professional. He showed nothing but gratitude. And R-Truth being released and the outrage and all that, as if we haven't been down this road a gazillion times with deserving and gifted talent being future endeavored. So listen, ain't nobody safe. This whole roster ain't safe. I don't know how Apollo Crews is still safe. I don't get that one. The guy's not even on TV at all. But the WWE locker room, they loved Ron Killings. And so that release probably hit them harder than most releases because he was somebody that kept the morale pretty high in the locker room. And, everybody probably viewed him as, uncle or, like a father figure to the younger talent. They was really rocking with R-Truth backstage. He has a very good reputation. And if AEW picks him up, then, which I don't really see that happening. I don't see how he would be a natural fit for AEW. But if he does wind up going to AEW, he could be a good fit for that locker room. And this guy has over 17 years under his belt in the company. As an American black wrestler, that's very impressive. And he can still go in his 50s, which is amazing. R-Truth is not given credit for his in-ring ability. I said it in a community post, he has a very underrated wrestling moveset. Very underrated. And he had a great spot in the company and was always an entertainer that Vince valued more over his in-ring ability, and that was more highlighted, I think, in the NWA days of early TNA. So R-Truth is the only wrestler that had me cackling in tears. Like, every time he was in a funny segment, man, he just had me laughing. And he's had a lot of great moments, and that's what a lot of people are going to remember R-Truth by, his moments, more so than his matches. So, if there's so much outrage for R-Truth, then why is that same outrage not being shared for Carlito being let go? Don't you guys understand that TKO can release talent? They can decide to let go the talent that they don't see fit or suitable for this upcoming generation. They are cleaning house. Triple H is the one that does creative. He is in charge of booking Raw and SmackDown, creating stories. He is not responsible for letting go your R-Truths, your Carlitos, your Braun Strowmans, your Dakota Kais. You think Triple H wants to ever let go of a Dakota Kai? Triple H brought back Dakota Kai. Triple H brought back a Braun Strowman. Why would he just bring them back years ago just to let them go years later? That's a TKO decision at the end of the day. So before y'all start calling Triple H a racist, you better look at the people that's above Triple H, the TKO management. Y'all need to give them smoke. So at the end of the day, the reality is there's new faces that are being introduced, and they will be featured more frequently, more prominently. The old guard is increasingly fading away, and you're seeing it on these weekly shows. It's only a matter of time until The Miz decides that he's not going to renew his contract, because I'm hearing that his contract is coming up this year, and I don't see him ever renewing. It's like he could renew, but at the same time, it's like, what's the point? It's like a lot of these guys, like a Carlito, R-Truth, The Miz, what more do they have to offer to today's product, to today's wrestling, to this generation of wrestling in the WWE? What more do they have to offer? Like, answer me that question. Let's be real though. Triple H was probably never a fan of R-Truth, and they only want to keep him around because the shows needed some comedy relief, and funny segments to keep you, kind of keep you entertained. But we're probably never going to see another R-Truth or even a Santino Marella in this era. It's definitely not happening. I don't think you could replace an R-Truth, or someone like a Carlito. But it was just their time. Nothing good will ever last forever. Always remember that.